Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's early in the morning. We're going to be going to some charity shops. I want to get there early. Get there at like 9 o'clock when they open. We'll probably be out for about 4 hours maybe. I don't know how many towns we're going to go to. Don't know how many charity shops. I think it works out about 20 with the route I'm doing. But we'll hopefully find some good stuff. And hopefully this time we'll find something other than clothes as well. Even though clothes is fine. I've been doing very well with clothes. But let's see what we can find.
Right, just that one, please.
Right, they always ask, would you like to add on the one piece?
Yeah, go.
Up to the £4?
Of course.
Should come up now. What size are they? They're only just about big.
Yeah, yeah. With double t-shirts. This one has scented on. That's my husband's, not mine. I use Colgate. All good, all good. They're so peaceful in here. See, I do miss them. 10, 20.
And again, the wrong way. It's
Oh yeah,
Hiya.
there's two,
Thank
and
you.
then there's two pairs of shoes.
There's only one thing I've got up there, hang. That's 7, 8, 10, that's 14, please.
14, yep, no problem. On the
Card.
card, please.
I was
No,
out.
he isn't. What are you on about? He's not allowed. He's not
My
there.
size. Oh, right, the shirt, but unfortunately this is so small.
Work with this. I don't think he's enjoyed.
if you abuse them too much, you
Oh yeah, so there's two.
I want a bunny, Mum.
Yep,
Mommy,
thank you.
please buy.
Alright, and we are back from the charity shops. It was a great charity shop trip actually. I did find a lot of clothes, yet again, of course. Some things that aren't clothes, only a couple things really. But some of the clothes that I found, absolutely amazing. And for so cheap. So cheap. But let's just jump straight into it. Let's just pick stuff at random. We'll go through all the clothes first. We found these DeWalt, like workman, I don't know what you call them, workman shorts. These were £6, and these are like practically in brand new condition. These go for about 25. Obviously, I only know the DeWalt brand from like, you know, tools, the drills. I'm pretty sure some workmen will want those. Then we have, this is a nice simple pickup. It was £4. It's a Wrangler shirt, but it's a nice flannel shirt. So flannel shirts tend to do pretty well. And for only £4, can't say no to that. What's next? A pair of diesel jeans. These were only £3.50. They were in the men's section, but I do believe they are women's. But £3.50 for diesel jeans. I'm getting 20 on those quite easily. I don't tend to pick up women's stuff that often. Mainly because I just don't look at the women's stuff. In charity shops, there's just too much women's stuff for me to actually go through. It would take me forever. So, if it's in the men's section, I'll pick it up. But I'm not going to purposely go out my way to look at the women's stuff. And then in the same shop as those jeans, this was a great find. Another pair of jeans for also just £3.50. But these ones, you see that? RM Williams. RM Williams is a great brand to look out for. They do nice, very solid jeans and trousers. I think I've sold some RM Williams jeans in the past for like 40 quid, 50 quid. I don't know if these ones will go for exactly the same, but for £3.50, RM Williams jeans are always one to keep an eye out for. Another pair of trousers. Let's go through all the trousers. Let's do all the trousers. We have a pair of joggers. These are True Religion. True Religion joggers. These were £5. Should get about 20 for those. From what I saw on the solds on eBay, they were going for about 20 to 25. I'll probably just aim for 20. Paid 5. A nice 4 times. I list them for like $19.95. Get them gone. Then these ones. These were weird ones. They're a pair of Dickies trousers. They look quite small. I think they are quite a small size. They say Dickies Nano Universe. I don't know what that means. Nano Universe, Universal for I don't know what that is. If it's a collaboration with Dickies. But yeah, a pair of Dickies trousers. Got a Dickies logo on the back there. They look in like brand new condition though. Literally like nothing wrong with them. Like never been worn, it looks like. But yeah, I have to do some more research into what the Nano Universe means to do with Dickies. I did have a quick look while I was in the store. Well, I'm American. Shop. But I just looked at the price and saw how cheap these were, and I knew they were definitely worth more than that. These were only £2.50. Not £2.50. £2.95. I can't read. £2.95 for some Dickies trousers. Even though I don't know what this Nano Universe means. Like £2.50. Why can I keep saying £2.50? £2.95 for some Dickies trousers. I'm not going to say no. But this last pair of trousers, this one is a big money maker. Big money maker. These were £3.50. They are Edwin jeans. And this exact pair, these are Edwin number 865B. These are the Nashville jeans. They are selvage as well, if you know what the selvage means. If you don't, look up what selvage means. All the solds of these jeans have been £70 plus. £70 plus. Edwin jeans is always one to look out for. And the price of these was £3.50. So £3.50 into like 70 or £80. I think all the solds that weren't brand new, like the pre-owned solds, were all £70 and £80. So that's definitely paid for everything that I spent today, pretty much. And now we have a brand that I've never heard of before. And the reason I picked it up was actually quite a funny reason. This was £6. I don't realise how much this shirt actually goes for. It's actually insane. This is a brand called Battenwear. It's called, Battenwear, if you can see that. And the only reason that caught my eye, funnily enough, is Battenwear just reminded me of Battenberg, and that's my favourite cake. I saw that and I was like, Battenwear, what's that? And I looked it up, and for some reason, this £6 shirt, this is normally quite an expensive charity shop, but they've obviously never heard of this brand, and I hadn't either. I looked up Battenwear shirts, and they were all going for like 60 quid, 50 quid, 70 quid. Absolutely insane prices. I don't know what's up with this shirt, but Battenwear is another one to look out for. And it just caught my eye because I like Battenberg. So, praise be to Battenberg. If I didn't like Battenberg, I might not have noticed that. It was so funny though. Yeah, I literally just saw that shirt and I was like, ooh, Battenberg. Obviously it's not Battenberg, but it looked like the word Battenberg. Then we have, for £4.50, an Echo Unlimited shirt. Has a little bit of fading, but for £4.50, it's alright. It's not going to be a massive money maker, but I've sold a lot of these shirts, and this one's got quite a nice graphic on it. So I'll probably list it for like £12 to £15. These Echo Unlimited shirts do tend to sell pretty well. I think I ordered a bundle on Fleek of like 25 of them, and I think I've got like 5 or 6 of them left. Right, more clothes. Another brand, this was in another expensive charity shop, but they obviously haven't heard of this brand before. It's one I don't see very often. I believe it's pronounced Fjallraven Raven. Fjallraven Raven? Is that how you pronounce it? Fjallraven Raven? Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it, or Full Raven. I don't know if something's silent in there, but this shirt was $5.99. They're going for around the £25 mark. So, easy money on that one. Now, my very first pickup from this charity shop trip was this one. It was $3.99. It's just a simple Nike Golf polo shirt. $3.99 Nike Golf polo shirt. I'll get about 15 quid for it. It's golf season now. Weather's getting good. People are going to want golf polo shirts. This pile of clothes are getting big. Then we have a brand, one of my personal favourites. This was £5.50, and it's a folk shirt. Folk shirt. This will get me probably about £17. Even if I have to take an offer, folk stuff just sells really quickly for me. So nice folk shirt, size, it says size 4, but 4 is a large. So large folk shirt. Should go 15 to 17-ish. Then we have a couple of last few clothing items, just some little like cheap, simple things that just like I know will sell. They were really cheap, and I know they'll sell cheap, but they're just guaranteed paydays really. This one was £3. Just a really nice Guinness t-shirt. Really big print, big size. Someone will like it. It was £3. I'll list it up for like £12. And I'll take anything from a tenner upwards probably. I do like selling Guinness stuff. Tends to sell pretty well for me. Then we have another brand. It's the brand I don't really see that often, or if I do, it's just too expensive. This was £2.50, and it's a quite plain shirt, but it's by the brand COS, C-O-S, COS. I don't tend to pick up much of this because, like I said, I don't really see it that often. But yeah, for £2.50, I'll list this as well for about 12 quid. Get it gone, get a nice bit of profit in pretty quick. Right, now we've got a few items left. We have some shoes. But I don't know much about these shoes, but they were cheap. These were £3. These are a pair of Adidas shoes. They need a bit of cleaning up, but it's mostly just cleaning on these the white bits here. The rest of it looks in pretty good condition. I believe these are called Court Vantages. Adidas Court Vantage. But yeah, £3. I'll probably list them for $14.95. You know, 15 quid, get them gone. After I do a little bit of cleaning. Then these were an interesting one. In the same shop, these were £4, and they're a pair of Crocs. But they're not the usual style Crocs. They've got like Velcro straps and stuff that you can adjust on here as well. There's a special name for these ones, but I can't remember exactly. I did Google Lens them like earlier in the day, but I need to look them up. Need to give them a bit of a clean, but pair of Crocs, £4. These are an easy 20 quid. And then lastly, last thing I'll show you, I picked up some games. Only some simple games. I went into a charity shop that doesn't normally have many games, and for some reason they had like 40 games, and they were all priced at £1. Most of them weren't anything special, and I'm trying not to pick up too many like really small flips, so a lot of the games I could have brought for £1 and sold for like 4 quid, but I don't want to be spending too many time listing those sort of things, so I only picked up the ones that were worth a decent amount, which I'm going to trade in to CEX actually, just because I've been building up CEX vouchers at the moment. So first of all, PS4, we have YouTuber's Life, or OMG. It seems like a weird game. It's basically a game where you pretend to be a YouTuber. Yeah, £1. It trades in for like 4 quid. Then we have Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on the PS3. It was £1. CEX do sell it for a tenner, or I can trade it in to CEX for a £6 voucher. So I'm going to do that. And this also trades in for a £6 voucher. PS3, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. So that trades in for a £6 voucher as well. So I spent £3 on those games, and they trade in for a total of £16. Easy money on that one. Alright, and that is all the pickups from the charity shops today. A couple of absolute bangers in there, like that Battenberg shirt and the Edwin jeans. But yeah, it was a good charity shop trip. I was actually meant to go to a lot more charity shops, but I was walking around and I already picked up all of this, and I was like, you know what, I don't need to go to another town. I'm just gonna come home, do some work. And actually, what we're planning to do today, I actually just went to another boot sale, but it was terrible. I was gonna make a whole nother video about it, but there's literally no point. I picked up one item. I'll show you that one item. This is only a really small boot sale. It's in the evening. It starts at 4:30 p.m. But I went to it. There was practically nothing there, other than I picked up a Ralph Lauren shirt for £1. So I went there, spent £1. That's pretty much it. This will sell for about, I don't know, 20 quid. Or I could whack it on my tilt stream. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. but it was £1. And that was all I picked up from that boot sale. The only thing. But anyways, got to bring the video to an end now. If you enjoyed the little charity shop trip, please do like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one.